In order to achieve anything substantial in your life, you're going to need to learn how to prepare yourself. You're going to need to learn the art of preparation, the art of planning ahead. You see it a lot of times where you'll be on track to get something done and it won't get done for whatever reason. A lot of the time we end up getting in our own way just due to a lack of preparation, a lack of being prepared for what we're asking for. We ask for a lot without realizing what it's going to take to get there, and we don't necessarily prepare or equip ourselves. There's no planning, there's just action. Taking action is great. Taking action is amazing. Waking up and deciding to make a movement towards your goal is one of the best things that you can do. But it means nothing without proper planning behind it. One of the best ways to analyze this and get better at this is to play games like chess, to where every move you make matters. Even if you suck at it, you're gonna learn how to think before you make an action. A lot of us act without thinking. We don't plan anything ahead. We just act impulsively. We just go. You wake up, you go with the flow. What are you eating for lunch tomorrow? I don't know, whatever I could find on the road. And then we wonder why we're in these positions. Having a clear plan of what you want to achieve and the steps that you're going to take to achieve it are going to get you to your goals at a much faster rate than just kind of freestyling it and winging it and going with the flow. A lot of the time you'll come across people and they'll be like, oh yeah, like what do you want to do? It's like, oh yeah, I want to be a rapper, bro. Or like, yo, I want to be like an actor. It's like, okay, so what have you been doing to get to that? What's the plan? It's like, oh, it's one day it's gonna happen. It's like it doesn't really work out that way. You're not just gonna wake up and get hit on the head with an acting career or a rapping career or a field in the medical industry. It's not gonna work like that. The reason why parents advocate so hardly for school is because it's a surefire plan that multiple people have already executed and successfully been successful at. That's why they go so hard for it. If you drop out of college 9 times out of 10, you don't have a plan. There's people that drop out of college with a plan, but a lot of people drop out of college without a plan. And the reason as to why there's so much backlash towards it is because there's no real planning behind it. It's like you're in limbo. It's like it could go this way, it could go that way. And I'm not saying that dropping out of college is a terrible decision or deciding not to go is a terrible decision. This is for anything in life. If you decide to take action without having a plan behind it, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna end up in that limbo phase to where you don't know where you're going next. You don't know your next move. When you have that plan, you know what comes next. You've already accounted for what comes next. I dropped out. Okay, cool. What's the next step? All right. So since I dropped out, I'm going to get a job. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get a part-time job. I'm going to start getting some income while I figure out my next move. Because I don't know exactly what I want to do, but I know I don't want to do this. So while I'm not here, I need to have operation money. I need to have income so that way I could eat, so that way I could afford to do everything that I want to do while I figure out what exactly I want out of this life. And then you move on to that next part of the plan, which is like, okay, I have the job now, I have operation money, I need to go deeper into a plan. You're not gonna have a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan. You're not gonna have these plans just off the wake up. So don't pretend like you do. It takes time. Before you even think to develop a 5-year plan, develop a 1-week plan, bro. Develop a 2-week plan, develop a month plan. Like develop goals and a pathway to getting to them. Before you think like, oh yeah, I gotta think 5 years ahead. A lot of people think 5 years ahead, but they can't plan a month ahead. They can't flesh out a month of, okay, I want to get this done, and this done, and then actually get those things done. When you plan, you're effectively outlining any potential obstacles that come in your way. It's when you're playing chess, you have to think not only what move is the best move for me to make, but how can this move possibly come back to bite me later? So if I move this pawn over here, how is that going to affect me on the other side of the board? Can he capture this pawn? Is this pawn moving over here going to leave me open and susceptible to getting attacked by a piece that I deem more valuable? You have to think about these things. If I get a job here at this wage and I stay here for 5 years and never get a wage increase, am I going to get to my financial goals? Most likely not. Or at least not at the rate that I want to. Okay, so maybe I'll only stay here for a year, and then after that I gotta find a better job. But while I'm here for that year, I'm gonna save 25% of every check I get towards just having a nest egg, or I'm gonna save 50% of my check towards getting a car so that way I could afford to travel farther to get better employment, or I'm gonna save 15% of my check and invest it into these coding classes so that way I could get a job breaking into tech. That's how you really start to plan ahead. You start to really visualize what could go wrong and how could I remedy that, or how could I not even get involved to begin with. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Having the art of good planning is going to help you to avoid a lot of pitfalls when it comes to reaching your goals. A lot of people have fitness goals that they don't seem to reach year after year. A lot of people have financial goals that they don't seem to reach year after year. A lot of people have mental health goals that they don't seem to realize year after year. The reasoning for it is because there's no planning behind it. You wake up and you eat off a whim. There's no, I want to be in good shape. What do people in good shape eat? They eat this, this, and this. Okay, what do I eat? I eat this, this, and this. Well, these things aren't helping me. Those things could potentially help me. So why don't I swap this out for this? If I know that every time I go to work and Friday they give us pizza and I don't want to eat pizza because I'm trying to get in better shape, and once I start eating pizza, I start going on a downward spiral and I start eating cheeseburgers over the weekend, and then by Monday I feel like a mess because I've eaten a bunch of junk food. Friday, I'll bring my own food from home that I prepared. Oh, there's no microwave. Okay, so I'll have to learn how to make meals that don't have to be microwaved but fit within the parameters of my goal. That's how you do it. Or another example, I'm trying to save money for a car, but every weekend my friends want to go out and they want to party and they want to drink, and I want to go hang out with them. So every weekend, the money that I do get that I could be saving towards my car, I end up spending it all on the weekend, and then I have to wait till next week till I get paid again, and I'm stuck in this limbo. What's the first thing you could do? You could stop going out altogether. Certain people don't want to do that, and that's fine. What's another alternative? Okay, well, here's the plan. Every time I get paid, this amount of money that I do get paid, I'm going to divide up. Some money's going to go towards my savings, some money's going to go towards my car fund, some money's going to go towards paying off my debt, or if I have, some money's going to go towards my groceries, and then the remainder is my fun money. And I can do whatever I want with that money because now my responsibilities are taken care of. So if I spend all my fun money, or if I spend all my operation money or living money for the next week in one night, then I have to live with that. But I still planned ahead, so I still have my savings covered. I still have my car fund covered. I still have my debt being paid off at a steady rate. This is how you get things done, when you really plan ahead and think, how can I eradicate this problem before it even arises? So before it even comes to the table, how can I take care of it? So that way when it comes, it's like, seen that, got it. It's like, oh, what are we gonna do about got it? It's the confidence that comes from planning ahead. When you look at superheroes like Batman, when you look at Bruce Lee, when you look at Israel Adesanya, you look at these giants, you look at them and they're always so calm and composed. It's because they've done the preparation, they've done the work, they've studied you. You look at Adesanya, he's studied your every move, he's ready to fight you. He's calm, he's cool, he's collected, he's done everything that he had to do to get to that point in that cage with you, to where he's like, I'm winning this. I'm winning this. I've done the work. I've studied him. I know his move before he even knows his move. I'm winning this. You look at Batman. Batman knows what you're gonna do before you even do it. Before you even think to do it, Batman's thought, he might do this, so I'll have a plan in place for it. So whenever it arises, he's cool, calm, and collected. He's like, yo, I seen this coming, bro. Oh, Superman's gone crazy? Kryptonite gloves, bro, what's up? I seen it coming. That's how you want to be. You don't want to be blindsided by your goals. You want to be blindsided by things that could come up in your life and stop you from reaching what you're trying to reach. You want to be James Bond. You want to be Bruce Lee. You want to be Batman. You want to be composed, ready, chilling, just waiting. Like, it's like you seen Creed 3. You seen Adonis. He was getting beat up by Ricky. He's like, He keeps coming out. He sees that spot. Ricky doesn't see it, but he's prepared for it. So as soon as he sees that opening again, bang, he takes the shot. He goes down. He was prepared to take that shot. He was setting himself up to take that shot. Preparation, thinking ahead, looking ahead. That's what's going to give you the confidence to really pursue your goals a lot more avidly, with a lot more intensity and ambition, because you know, I planned for this. You know, I thought ahead. I have everything set up. So even if something does go wrong, I got a plan for that. And if I don't have a plan for that, I'll think of one, because I'm so used to being ahead that something going awry isn't gonna end me at all. I'm cool. You know, I plan for situations similar to this, so it can't be that hard to figure out. Once you start developing those problem-solving skills, when problems come to you, you're not gonna panic. You're not gonna be as worried. You'll just sit, take a moment, and be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. Boom, move forward. So when it comes to pursuing your goals, when it comes to getting things done, learn to prepare for them. Learn to plan for them. If you know that you want to be in better shape, but you keep eating junk food when you go to work because it's easily accessible, start bringing your own meals. If you know you're not hitting your protein goals during the day, start carrying a shake with you. If you know you're not getting your water in throughout the day, start bringing your water with you. If you know that you want to read once a day, but at the end of the day you're too tired and you feel lazy, start your day by reading that book.